Okay, so a lot has happened in the last, what has it been, like almost a year? My God. Okay, but I don't have time for that right now. There's a lot of things I want to do, a lot of ideas I'm having. I have time to do things now, all of a sudden. So I'm thinking a lot about like what things I want to talk about and review and stuff. So it feels really stupid for me to retrace my steps here, but I've just been really into this lately. So like I want to just bring it up again because I feel like, that's a good idea. Well, I don't know. Oh boy. Okay, so it's been 3 whole years since this was released. And I know it feels redundant to cover this again, but I just feel like, where does it hold up? After 3 whole years, things change over time. This aged like fine wine, and that's coming from someone that literally praised this album when it came out. This beautiful thing, this masterpiece, this piece of art, chef's kiss, just like bone apple teeth. How does it get better? I don't know. I just work here. Also, unrelated, but look at this really cool rug I got. I got it from this person at a craft fair in Andersonville. Anyway, lately I've just been like listening to this a lot because the weather has been like, I associate like environmental, like atmospheric type of things with music very frequently. So the weather that we've been having in Chicago has just been, I don't know. I don't need to say anymore. Basically, also we're like a couple weeks away from the actual 3-year anniversary of this, so this feels appropriate to do this now rather than later. I feel like a lot of people have moved on from this already, which is very, that's very common in terms of, I guess, mainstream music. Things are trendy, then people forget about it. But this is such a solid piece of work, and I just want to bring it up again because she has put out so much stuff in the last couple years. This is still, holy crap. I don't know, it tends to just, get better every time I listen to it. I don't know how that is possible. I just don't. And the fact that she built this album with Jack Antonoff, which is okay, yeah, we know that. But Aaron Dessner from The National, this whole idea and this entire project, sounds straight out of, a myth. It just doesn't make sense. The fact that this happened at all is really incredible. Over time, I have gained an appreciation for certain songs that I don't know, liked less at the beginning. But the one really hits, really hits. And the production is so good. Oh God, and I just know, Aaron has, a kind of style that you notice on some tracks. And also the fact that Aaron made Cardigan as a track and then Taylor just wrote over it is mind-blowing. Who does that? A lot of people, actually. But still, and Betty. Betty is phenomenal. Oh my God. This is just, one of the best, I don't know. I don't even know what you would classify this album as. I don't feel like it goes into alternative. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's pop either. I honestly feel like Folklore and Evermore are, borderline country albums. Especially Evermore. Oh, man. And I've also been listening to the like live studio sessions that she did with them, and those are incredible. Another track that I've really come to like is The Last Great American Dynasty. Not only is the actual like writing phenomenal, but again, like I think that I just have been really in tune with Aaron's stuff. I mean, like I've been listening to a lot of The National, and I've also been listening to a lot of Bon Iver, which is kind of somewhat parallel. But having just like really solid stuff like that with her like writing, it just is like perfection. I know this album got a lot of praise and stuff when it came out, and it did win Album of the Year, but I feel like people have moved on from this too fast. This is such a solid piece of work. I don't know. I think maybe it's just because I like the softer music. The fact that this was entirely recorded in her bedroom is insane. This entire thing was made remote with each other. Jack, Aaron, Justin Vernon, Taylor. And this just turned out so well. I feel like with the way her career is going, you know, I mean, obviously she's a very unpredictable person, but she puts out a lot of good work. But this just is like, I just feel like this showcases her in her best form. Like, this is just, like, you know, and I'm not just saying that because she's using big words or whatever, you know. This is just really solid. I think that she has a good, like, voice for a lot of the lower stuff on this album, you know. All my friends are music majors. I really should know what the word is for that. Like, alto voice or whatever, I don't know. But her voice just suits this style so well. And she can write well in this style, too. So, I genuinely think that this is still a career-defining album. And it will continue to be, like, one of the highlights of her career. Because, honestly, I could see her putting out music for, like, another 20 years or something. This is still gonna be just as incredible. That is all.